All right, guys. So basically a last minute breakdown of all the fights, my bets, my betting advice, I guess, right? I mean, this is last minute, but it should be enough time before the fights start, right? You got a whole day almost, right? Before the fight start over there. Anyway, enough of this bullcrap. Let's talk about Gustavo Lopez versus Anthony Burchak. Man, anyone coming in on Gustavo Lopez on short notice, I thought Gustavo Lopez gotta have this. But you know what, Anthony Burchak, good stuff, man. I mean, from looking at tape, he looks like very similar style, right? It looks pretty good on the feet. Looks good. Has a nice submission game. But you know what? I'm still leaning towards Gustavo Lopez. To be honest with you, though, even with a short notice fight, I think Anthony Burchak looking pretty good. So it just depends on how he's come back. This is like his comeback to UFC, right? After not being there, Gustavo Lopez, though, like I said, did against Dvalishvili. I mean, on short notice. Apparently, had very small amount of time to cut weight. It shows he wasn't like. With short notice, he wasn't the best. I mean, if you can look that good against Dvalishvili on short notice, I mean, the hands looking crisp, wrestling is looking there. He has submission. I think these guys are pretty evenly matched. It just depends on who can go in with their game plan, who's better shape. I would have to lean towards Gustavo Lopez, to be honest with you. I do feel it's a little close to a pick 'em, but I'm leaning towards Gustavo Lopez. Not gonna bet it. But yeah, let's go on. Marcos Rogerio de Lima versus Alexander Romanov. Another really heavy favorite. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm going Romanov on this, okay? Romanov, dude, everyone and their mother's picking this guy, right? I mean, but I am going to say it's kind of like a lock. I bet on him, okay? Put him in a little parlay. He's a nice little parlay piece. Maybe guys put in some, give like 2-guy parlays, maybe 2 to 3-guy parlays, right? With these heavy favorites. But yeah, I mean, he's got 12 wins, right? 0 losses. He's got 5 TKO wins, 7 submission wins. I just feel like, look, his nickname's King Kong for a reason, right? A big guy going to come in. I feel like he should be able to, use his wrestling. Even on the feet, I think he'll have some heavy shots there, Evenly matched, 6'2", 260 pounds. It's just a legit heavyweight, right? Against Marcos Rogerio de Lima. I mean, de Lima, he's a big guy himself, but 6'1", 258 pounds. I think, and the weigh-ins, it looked pretty decent, but he's got 17 wins, 6 losses. I feel like he's more susceptible to gas, to maybe, kind of get even, get rocked. I just feel like it's just, you don't want to be betting on a guy. I mean, he has a puncher's chance, right? These are big boys fighting here, but you know what? Romanov is a heavy favorite for a reason. I gotta put him in a little parlay. Darren Elkins versus Luis Eduardo Garagori. I mean, Garagori, he didn't really impress me too much in his last one. Darren Elkins, he's on a skid, but he's fought good competition. He's got the path to victory with the wrestling, right? Garagori seems like he doesn't really have a ground game. He just has some striking, but he's not anything to really kind of write home about, right? He's okay, but Darren Elkins, I think the thing is, I don't like Darren Elkins. I'm sorry, why am I mispronouncing his name? It's late over here, guys. Bear with me. I don't like Darren Elkins going in there and just kind of foregoing his strategy of wrestling, especially coming from Team Alpha Male, just to stand and brawl. He is very tough, though. I think even on toughness on the feet, I think his toughness will help him. He's not a bad striker himself. I mean, he's okay, right? He's pretty well-rounded. I think he's a more well-rounded fighter, and I think if he actually tries, hopefully his corner's there to really, Uriah Faber, will be there to be screaming for the takedowns. I hope he has that clear path to victory. I'm not going to bet it, but I really got to lean Darren Elkins in this. I think he's a favorite for a reason. Max Griffin versus Ramiz Brahimaj. I mean, man, everyone's picking Brahimaj, and I think I see why. I mean, look, Max Griffin, he's all right. I mean, he beat... if you look at his record, he's good. I mean, I remember rewatching tape on him. I mean, he beat Mike Perry, but he's fine. He has some good center striking. His path to victory is this. He's gonna have to make it get a path to victory. Is gonna be standing on the feet, kind of outpoint him. But he just sometimes where he doesn't really blow your head back. I think Ramiz, Brahimaj. I think he's got to get it, man. Right? He's got 8 wins, so 8 submission wins. Right? 2 losses, of course, to decision. But I just feel like, what's more likely? Ramiz subbing him array, using his ground game to try to to tire him out, right? To tire out Griffin. I can't pick Griffin this. I got Brahimaj in it, man. I gotta pick him, dude. I'm not gonna break it down too much. Raoni Barcelos versus Khalid Taha. Man, I'm going Barcelos, man. I think that's another a very good parlay piece. I would say throw him in a parlay. You gotta do it, dude. Good stuff. 15 wins, only 1 loss. He got 8 TKO wins to his name, 2 submission wins, and 5 decisions. So I feel like he's a very, looking back on tape, I liked it. Pretty well rounded, I think. He's got to get it done, right? And really nice. I like bantamweight fights. I think there's really good stuff. You can't just look at records, though. You got to look back and watch tape, though. Because look, if you look at Taha, I mean, he's got 13 wins, 2 losses, right? Looks like a good record, like 9 TKO wins. Look at that, 2 submission wins, 2 decision wins. I mean, but I man, watching tape, I know everyone's picking this guy, but I mean, look, I gotta go Barcelos in this guy. I think he's a legit parlay piece. I really do feel that. Sorry guys, I'm going Trevor Giles versus Bevon Lewis. It's a really interesting one. This is a tough one, man. It really is. I've been back and forth in this fight. I'm not gonna bet it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not. Trevor Giles. I do like Trevor Giles. Before tape, I was leaning Giles. Looking both. As I watch tape, I feel like, boy. I mean, it's risky. I think if you're feeling, let me put it this way. If you're feeling Bevon Lewis, I get it. Maybe put him in a parlay piece with someone else. Like I would say, like I said, him and another person in a parlay piece. But like I said, maybe put him with a Giga Chikadze, someone you feel like is a lock. Man, but I don't know, man. I'm not gonna bet it. I think it's a closer fight than people think. I think it's just whoever you think is gonna win it. I wouldn't be surprised. I am leaning Giles, but if I was gonna bet, there's a part of me that's tempted to put Lewis. I'm just not gonna do it, okay? But Giga Chikadze, Jesus Christ, man, that line, how can you play it? But I mean, I'm not even a big fan of Giga Chikadze. I really am not. It's good he beat Morales. I mean, Morales should have really been the better fighter on paper. More well-rounded. He should have just had a better game plan, right? Be on the feet and try to use the wrestling. But I just feel like if he couldn't do it. I mean, James Cross. I already broke down this fight, guys. Giga Chikadze, he should get it done, man. I'm sorry, but James Cross Simmons, he can't be coming in with that gas tank, and he can't be undersized and just trying to, his path to victory, unless he wants to take him down. But I feel like if Morales couldn't do it, it could be just bad fight IQ on Morales' part, but I'd be really surprised if James Cross did it. If he did, oh my goodness, James Simmons. There you go. And then why not get him and get him to move up and weight and fight the other James Cross, right? Anyway, Claudia Gadelha versus Jan and Yan, man. I'm watching these guys. I don't know why people keep talking about Yan. Yan's got she's got some power there. I think she has got good kicks. She has a nice side kick. I think Claudia Gadelha, you have to kind of fade her at this point. I think she's just not really showing up like she used to. I'm not sure what it is. I don't know. Speculation. I like Gadelha, but she's no Andrade where she's gonna use her small height to pressure forward and gonna be able to slam you or land some big shots. Like against Chikadze, I knew Andrade was gonna get it. I'm sorry, Chikadze was looking good, but a point fighter, it's just different though. You can't. It's not like that. Zhao Ninian, I think, is more likely to get outclassed her on the feet. I think just win on points. A nice side case, keep her at distance. I think Claudia Gadelha has been on a decline. I feel like she's not really going to go in there and land that pressure that she needs to get. She needs to get in there in the pocket, land that dirty boxing, eat a shot to give a shot. She needs to go in there, try to clinch up, wrestle, even make the fight boring if you have to. But I got Yan doing it. I'm just not really going to, I'm not too high on betting it, to be honest with you. But if I was going to bet, I'd put it on Yan. Okay. Ian Heinisch versus Brendan Allen. Man, it's a close one, dude. Ian Heinisch, I like Ian Heinisch. He's a good fighter, scrappy guy. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to go for Brendan Allen here, guys. Brendan Allen's got to get it done. I put a bet on him. I feel like, he's this young guy coming in. He's going to, pressure him. I like what he looks on the ground. Even on the feet, he hits a shot, but he'll keep going for it. He's a tough dude. 15 wins. Look at that. 5 TKO wins, 8 submission wins, 2 decisions. His losses, 1 submission and 2 decisions. Like I said, Heinz is a good guy, but this guy's big, 6'2", 185 pounds, right? Of course. Only 24 years old, man. I just feel like Brendan all in Allen. I'm all in. I bet him, dude. Ian Heinisch is a good guy. I like him. 32 years old, 5'11", 185 pounds. So, and they say height doesn't mean anything, but it kind of does. When you're throwing your punches slightly at an angle upward, anything. But yeah, he's got 14 wins, right? 5 TKO wins, 2 submissions, 7 decisions. Right, the losses, 1 submission, 2 decisions. Ian Heinisch, like I said, he's a good fighter. I like him. He's all around good. He'll fight for your money. He really will. But it's a close fight. I'm leaning towards Allen. I'm going to put the bet on him, right? Andrei Arlovski versus Tanner Boser. Guys, I know I like Andrei Arlovski. I do like him. I'm a fan of his. Man, it brings me back in the day when I was watching UFC in my apartment back in the day in America. But it's like, you can't just because you like him. Just like Anderson Silva last card, right? I like Anderson Silva. It's a bittersweet thing betting against him, but you can't. It's about betting, guys. You can't just go for whoever you like. If that was the case, right, betting would be so easy. Whoever I like, really love, or whoever I'm a big fan of will win. That's not how it works. You can't will that into being. Tanner Boser, dude, is a big guy. He's getting in better shape. Look, if The bulldozer here, man. 6'2", 23 pounds. I mean, he's very athletic. I think people are even saying like, oh, you cut weight going down to light heavyweight, but he's looking good at heavyweight. He's filled out. He's very, he's athletic. 19 wins, TKOs. I mean, just as of late, Andrew Arlovski's path to victory is going to be a decision, right? Do you think, and a lot of people are saying, oh, it could be done. He's crafty. He's been done before. Yes, but I'm sorry. But Tanner Boser, I bet on him. I think he's a good parlay piece. Put him with someone else, right? Like I said, just tiny parlays. But yeah, I'm sorry. I know he could get it done, but I mean, what's more likely? Like he's just gonna have to point fight him, basically, right? I mean, not that he can't hurt him, but let's be honest with you. I mean, do you think you see Andrew Arlovski like knocking out Tanner Boser? It could happen. Anything can happen. These big boys swinging, but more likely Tanner Boser is to. If it's gonna be a knockout, it's gonna be in Tanner Boser's. And even on decision, I'm being honest with you. I think Tanner Boser can get it done. He's very explosive. He's young, he's younger guy. He's very powerful at this division. I mean, he's really come to his own in heavyweight. He's taking his training more seriously. I mean, I like it. He's looking in better shape. I'm sorry, it's Tanner Boser. And the same thing with Thiago Santos versus Glover Teixeira. I know people are on Teixeira. I can't. I'm sorry, guys. Thiago Santos. I'm going with Thiago Santos. I know. I get it. Big question marks on both sides. It's like Thiago Santos. We get it. I mean, I don't want to use any math, but look. And I know some people might discredit this, but look back. We watched that. The John Jones fight. We've all heard before. He tore his knee. He was fighting on John Jones on one knee, and he was able to go with it. Still, the cardio looked good, the condition looked good, and on damn one leg, and he was able to do it. I think Glover Teixeira, I mean, it's no Anthony Smith. Anthony Smith will slow down. Anthony Smith tried to throw everything but the kitchen sink at this guy. Glover Teixeira is a very tough vet, right? So you can't just be going there, blow your load. And I think people are thinking Santos is going to blow his load, right? Oh, he's going to go on there throwing capoeira kicks and just tire himself out, and Glover Teixeira is going to beat him up. It could happen. But I think Santos is going to have a good game plan. He knows what he did. Rehabilitate. He's going to have a good game plan. You'll see him. He'll sometimes he will just be throwing these bombs, throwing hooks, not use jab, throwing capoeira kicks. Other times you'll see him tone it back. It depends on the opponent. I think he knows. Glover Teixeira, Teixeira is a crafty vet. He knows he can't just do the Anthony Smith style of trying to come in strong and then you're going to fade. He's going to beat up on you, use that experience, use that, tire you out. No, I think Thiago Santos, I think it's going to be a kickboxing match. I don't know. Teixeira, if he can get down, I think, but I don't think he's going to have as much success. I think, he has to wait. He'd have to avoid the bombs from Santos. He'd have to hope that his knee's not completely recovered, maybe blow it out again. He's going to have to, minus P's and Q's for the first couple rounds. And then as Santos gets tired, he'll kind of, work on him. Use that nice, that basic, use the basics of boxing, right? Kind of, don't go through anything flashy. Just, those nice, the right hand behind the jab and all that. And then he'll kind of, push on him against the cage, get him down eventually, try to go for the sub, try to beat him up. But I just think Thiago Santos, he's got the cardio. It's going to most likely, I think he'll be able to make it. I think he'll be able to make it a kickboxing match. And I think you're going to have to give it to him. Santos, and Santos not no spring chicken himself, but I'm just saying, I know he's to fight down weight classes, right? But I think, just like Tanner Boser, he's going to be the younger, more athletic guy. He's going to be able to make the fight. He's going to take the fight to where he wants it. He's going to keep it standing. He's going to use that explosiveness, that athleticism, to kind of, just be sharp. I think, we could even see a TKO. We could. A KO, but I wouldn't be surprised. Even if we said, okay, who's going to win decision, I would still even prefer Santos on this. Okay, guys, so good luck, guys. I've got some ideas for bets. Like I said, heavy favorites, but just, parlay a couple. If you're feeling the other way, sure. Go for some, if you want to find some dogs you think there's some value, I get it. But I'm just telling you how I'm leaning, guys. Good luck on your bets, guys. Like and subscribe, all the good stuff. Peace, my friends.